Awesome. Well, hello. Like I said, my name is Kristen Burrows. I'm an admissions officer here at Washington University in St. Louis. Just going to share a few brief updates and just give you some insight into who we are as an institution. So I'm going to share my screen really quickly, and then I'll run through a presentation. Yeah, so like I said, my name is Kristen Burrows. I'm your admissions officer here at WashU. I'm a native St. Louisan, so like you, I am happy to be talking to you about a school right here in your own backyard. And so in terms of our undergraduate student body, we've got about 7,000 students on campus, about 5,600 graduate and professional students. We have 5 undergraduate academic divisions. The College of Arts and Sciences is going to be our biggest. The McKelvey School of Engineering is going to be next in line. Also, that's the home to our computer science program. Olin Business School, 4-year, first-year entry business program, and then the Sandfox School of Design and Visual Art, which is going to contain the College of Architecture and the College of Art. Now, all of these academic divisions do allow students to study across them. We also are a direct entry institution, meaning that you list one of these 5 academic divisions on that application for admission, you're going to be reviewed holistically in the context of that academic division. In terms of that classroom experience, you're going to have a 7-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio, 76 students. 76% of our classes are going to enroll fewer than 30 students. Average class size, about 26. Open curriculum, no core curriculum at the university. We offer more than 1,500 courses across the universities, more than 90 fields of study. Very, very easy to study in multiple academic divisions. So if you've got an interest in biology, but you also love engineering, you can absolutely do both at the university. If you've got an interest in architecture, but you love history, you can absolutely do both. You're going to talk with that 4-year academic advisor, which is one of a number of team members on your academic advising team. So you're going to have that 4-year advisor that's going to help you kind of figure out, how to take classes every single year. For every major you select, students can select up to 3 majors or have a major and a minor, or whatever combination makes the most sense to them. You're going to get a major or a minor academic advisor. You're also going to get a pre-health or pre-law advisor if you're interested in going that route. Very easy for students to weave in the pre-health sciences or pre-law within their academic degree plan at the university. So very, very easy on that. So you're going to get this whole team of advisors that's going to help you navigate and ensure that you graduate in 4 years. In terms of our opportunities outside the classroom, 40% of our undergraduate students love to study abroad. Any student in any major can go on a study abroad experience. Students love getting involved in the community. A lot of students come from all over the United States, and there is no one geographic area that is kind of heavily represented on campus. So that gives you as a St. Louisan the ability to interact and kind of show people how we as St. Louisans live. And you can also get involved in things that maybe you were doing in high school and bring people who are outside of the St. Louis area into that community as well. In terms of those research opportunities, WashU is a tier 1 research institution, so we're holistic in nature. We absolutely love giving students the opportunity as undergraduate students to engage in research. We have an Office of Undergraduate Research on campus that any student in any major can really take advantage of. And so students tend to get involved with projects through just going up to professor and saying, hey, do you need a research assistant? I'd really love to get involved in your research. And they 9 times out of 10 will say yes. That office will also support you and help you figure out what that research process can look like if you're in a major such as the arts or the humanities, and you're not quite sure what research looks like for someone in that major. Now, you all are entrepreneurial because you're from St. Louis, and we have this can-do spirit. That can-do spirit and entrepreneurial spirit finds its way on the campus. Fun fact, if y'all didn't know, St. Louis is one of the fastest growing cities in America for startup companies, and that startup culture finds its way on the campus. We have a lot of students through the Scandalaria Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship that love starting their own businesses on campus, and it's really easy to do so. And so for us, we have a program called the STEP program, which is, sorry if y'all can hear my dogs barking in the background, but you can start your own business through that program. You pitch it to them like you would on Shark Tank. They give you some money, you launch your own business as well. In terms of student life, more than 400 different clubs and organizations on campus, Division III varsity athletics in the NCAA, University Athletic Association Conference. One of the things that I think surprises many St. Louis students is that there is so much to do on campus that they don't realize that they're even in St. Louis. We have a cappella groups, we have pre-professional clubs and organizations, we have butter churning as a random club on campus. So you can get involved in things and not even realize that you're still in the city of St. Louis. Also, one of the cool things that I always encourage St. Louis students to do is become tour guides to their friends that are not from St. Louis. Your friends are going to be asking you, "Hey, what's the best place to go get a bite to eat off campus?" Y'all live here, y'all know the neighborhoods. You can really kind of show them, "Hey, this is how we St. Louisans eat. This is how we enjoy our sports." And so that culture kind of blends itself on campus and off campus. In terms of our campus traditions, we are a very tradition-rich campus. We've got Wilds, that spring and fall concert series that takes place every fall and spring. We've also got cultural productions like Black Anthology and Diwali that take place every year. We've also got 13, which is the nation's oldest and largest student-run carnival on a college campus in America. So you're at a very tradition-rich, heavy institution. Now, in terms of our financial aid process, we're committed to meeting 100% of demonstrated financial need for admitted students, all admitted students, I should say. We do offer a no loan package for students whose family's income is less than $75,000 or less. You can see those need-based deadlines on the screen. If you remember nothing else, we take a personalized approach to financial aid. So I know you may have heard like, "Oh, well, we probably make too much or whatever." Contact financial aid. They're going to be able to kind of walk you step by step through what the process looks like, and what kind of support we can offer. That's one of the things that I think shocks a lot of students is they end up applying for financial aid, and then their families are like, "Oh, hey, the university is actually able to give you a little bit of money to help defray some of the costs." And they are amazing humans at their job. So we really want you to get connected with them, just like you can get connected with me. We do require the FAFSA and the CSS profile if you decide to apply for need-based financial aid. But again, that decision is totally up to y'all. We've also got some cost calculators on the website so you and your family can begin to kind of figure out what is that cost going to look like for you as a WashU student. And if you've got any questions, go to sfs.wustel.edu. In terms of those merit-based scholarships, you're going to be automatically considered for need-based. Not those for need-based, yes, but for those merit-based scholarships, you're going to be automatically considered for those ones in the academic division that you select. Remember, you apply directly to one of our schools or colleges on the application itself, and you're automatically going to be considered for the scholarship opportunities within that academic division just by listing it on your application for your major. And so nothing else you need to do there. In terms of those signature scholar programs, these are smaller community-based, community cohort-based programs that are open to any and every student, regardless of which application decision round. And those applications become available to you once you press the submit button on the application through the Common App Coalition, or if you're applying through the QuestBridge process. The pathway that you will be able to kind of check your application status will also be the same pathway that allows you to apply for the signature scholar programs. You can apply to all three. One program is going to select and invite you to participate in Scholarship Weekend. You can find more information at the website, admissions.wustel.edu. So very important there. In terms of our commitment to the region, y'all are St. Louisans. We know that you are going to have a lot of opportunities to engage with institutions all across the country. But we want you to remember that you've got an amazing institution in your back pocket, and that's at WashU. And so last year we created the Washu Pledge, which gives students who are from the state of Missouri or Southern Illinois, so the red and gray section on the map that you see on the screen, a free education if they come from families who are Pell Grant eligible, or if your family income is $75,000 or less. Now, we know that this may not apply to every student that comes to us from the Missouri region, but this also just is our way of reaffirming that we really are committed to bringing more kids from the region to campus. And so I always like to kind of share that with my local kiddos. And there's nothing you need to do in order to get eligible for this program. It's something that we internally kind of review, and it'll be something that you'll see in that financial aid package when you receive that information from us. Now, in terms of the application process, it is holistic in nature. Now, we know that this year is different, and I am literally giving you a presentation on Zoom, right? This is not something that's normal, right? And so for this year, we have gone test optional. So what that means is you do not have to submit standardized test scores to be considered fully for admission to the university. So if you choose to apply test optional, we're still going to fully consider you for admission to the university and fully consider you for scholarships to the institution institution. Holistic review is something that we've always believed in. That will not go away. And so in actuality, I think that's going to be something that we're going to lean on a little bit stronger this year, because we know that this year has presented a lot of challenges. In terms of also updates on the Common App and the Coalition application, the Common App and the Coalition application, you're actually going to get a chance to write an essay. It's super optional. It's a question, COVID-19 question. So if the pandemic has impacted you in any way, you can totally let us know in that section. Some students, it's going to be like, nope, I just went online. For other students, it's going to be like, well, family folks lost their job, or I got sick, or a whole host of other things. Feel free to share as much as you'd like with us. Only we're going to see that information, and we're going to take that in again context when we're reviewing that application. Your school is going to give me a school profile that I'm going to review to make sure that I'm understanding the academic context that y'all have at SLU High. And so I'm never going to compare your application and your academic abilities and like the opportunities you've had to that of another student in the region. So I'm only going to look at you in the context of that SLU environment. Now, I know a lot of y'all are super engaged in the community, and so some of those opportunities may have been postponed through your extracurricular activities like sports and other things like that. Totally okay. It's not going to be a negative impact if your research experience was canceled, or your summer camp was canceled, or your sports, were canceled. We kind of know because we're in a virtual environment, right? And so we just want to see what you're doing with your time outside of school, and how have you adjusted to this new normal that we have. And if you were involved in a club for 3 years, and then that junior spring, we see that extracurricular involvement stopped, we're not going to hold it against you, right? And so we're going to kind of look at that in that context, right? And so again, more information can be found at admissions.wustl.edu. The one thing that I do want to mention is the essays are your opportunity to really talk about yourself and talk about the community that you are part of, anything that you love, the major that you're interested in, how you became to know that that was a thing that you were really interested in. So with that, I'm going to allow y'all the chance to ask me any questions, and I'm here as a resource for y'all. So what questions do we have?
Thank you, Kristen. That I paused our recording. I can't record